Cristiano Ronaldo's County Route 7 registered museum experience will open at K11M USEA in Hong Kong this July, showcasing his illustrious career through cutting-edge interactive technology. The exhibition, running for a year, promises a world-class experience, with VIP tickets up to 4,000 Hong Kong dollars available from tonight, and general admission 180 Hong Kong dollars. From the 24th, organizers aim to have Ronaldo himself visit within the first 3 months, boosting Hong Kong's tourism industry and further enhancing its status as a vibrant sporting hub, alongside projects like the Kai Tak Sports Park. Hong Kong's 7-day Lunar New Year holiday, January 28 to February 3, saw nearly 1.25 million visitors, over 1.06 million of whom were from mainland China, boosting hotel occupancy to 90% and generating a 10% year-on-year increase in the restaurant industry's revenue. Over 2,000 mainland tour groups visited, peaking at over 440 on the third day of the new year, a record high. Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism, Catherine Low, hailed the results. Hong Kong's tourism chief, advocating the government's Hong Kong Tourism Development Blueprint 2.0, addressed legislators' concerns about expanding island tourism, particularly infrastructure challenges like water and electricity. She stated that discussions are underway with relevant stakeholders, including boat operators, to explore solutions and emphasized the importance of integrating Victoria Harbour and East Kowloon's waters into island tourism initiatives. The Kai Tak Sports Park's main stadium successfully completed its second large-scale rehearsal last night, including the first-ever test of its retractable roof. The stadium's innovative, steel-constructed roof, designed with stringent soundproofing and weatherproofing, ensures diverse events can be held regardless of conditions. Opening and closing takes approximately 30 minutes. Preceded by rigorous safety checks of tracks and mechanisms to guarantee smooth, unimpeded operation. The Kai Tak Sports Park main stadium hosted its first football test event last night, a Hong Kong Premier League U22 match. The atmosphere was electric, surpassing even that of Hong Kong Stadium, according to local star Pan Pui Hin, who played in the match. He believes that a full stadium will give Hong Kong's national team a significant home field advantage. The death of 48-year-old Taiwanese actress Xu Yuan in Japan from influenza-related pneumonia, a woman with pre-existing health conditions, has sent shockwaves across the Taiwan Strait. Last March, Hong Kong's Center for Health Protection's Advisory Committee on Communicable Diseases recommended influenza vaccination for individuals with chronic illnesses. However, this season's government-subsidized vaccination program only covers those aged 18 to 49 with chronic illnesses who receive comprehensive Social Security assistance. CSSA committee member Lam Wing Wo suggested reviewing this arrangement to consider subsidizing all chronically ill adults under 50. Committee chairman Lau Yu Lung countered that given the government's fiscal deficit, resources must be used cautiously, suggesting a thorough assessment of vaccination rates and incentives within this age group first. Government expenditure on civil servant benefits. including housing and travel allowances, has risen significantly, exceeding 13.7 billion Hong Kong dollars in 2023-24, a 65% increase since 2018-19. This surpasses the growth in overall civil service salary expenditure. The Civil Service Bureau maintains that these benefits are contractually obligated and will not be adjusted. The government maintained a zero-growth policy for civil servant staffing levels from 2021-22, allowing departments to adjust staffing based on their needs. Several departments focusing on key government initiatives, including culture, sports, tourism, labor and welfare, and innovation and technology, have seen significant staffing increases in recent years. The Culture, Sports and Tourism Bureau experienced the largest increase, with a 23% rise in budgeted staffing from 2022-23 to 2024-25. While some legislators understand this growth, they advocate for controlling and reducing staff numbers once these policies are established. Government-funded statutory bodies face scrutiny over substantial employee expenses, with the hospital authorities exceeding 62.4 billion Hong Kong dollars last year. Top executives in some bodies, such as the Trade Development Council and the Hong Kong Tourism Board, earned over 7 million Hong Kong dollars in salaries and allowances, exceeding the chief executive's salary, prompting calls for tighter government oversight of staffing and compensation amidst a fiscal deficit. Kowloon East Residences Committee submitted proposals to the government headquarters regarding the budget, advocating for maintaining social welfare spending. They suggested a fare adjustment for the $2 public transport concession, proposing a pay-upon-exit system to address the financial burden of short-distance, long-ride abuse. The group also supported a freeze on civil servant pay raises to alleviate the deficit. The trial of 8 individuals accused of plotting 3 bombings in early 2020 under the Terrorism Prevention Ordinance continued yesterday for its 45th day in the High Court. CCTV footage from outside a relevant location was played, showing plainclothes officers approaching the camera before the screen went black. The defense questioned whether the officers deliberately obscured the camera. The judge inquired about the officer's actions, prompting one officer to ask, "Would that be considered a tactical maneuver?" The prosecution, citing the footage's potential to reveal the officers' identities, requested that the jury be excused from the courtroom. A Hong Kong resident, who had been imprisoned and forced to work illegally in Myanmar, returned to Hong Kong yesterday accompanied by a special task force from the Security Bureau. Assistant Secretary for Security, Emergency Response Team, Yao Pak K, stated that the woman was lured to Thailand in the first half of last year and subsequently trafficked to a Myanmar industrial park where she was held captive. Myanmar's military, after verifying a list provided by Hong Kong authorities, identified her, transferred her to Thai authorities, and she was subsequently repatriated with the coordination of the Security Bureau's task force. Mr. Yao stated that, to his understanding, no ransom was paid by her family. In the ongoing employee compensation case filed by injured dancer Lee Ki-yin Mo against his employer, Dance Workshop Limited, following the July 2022 Mirror concert accident, The court has issued an in less order demanding a response within 42 days. The employer failed to appear at yesterday's hearing. If no defense is submitted, the court will proceed to determine liability and compensation. The government will unveil a new budget at the end of this month to bolster Hong Kong's economy and increase government revenue. The Hong Kong Tax Institute recommends targeted tax incentives for strategic sectors such as aircraft leasing, e-commerce, cultural and creative industries, and innovation technology. These measures, while involving tax concessions, aim to rebuild Hong Kong's tax treaty network, fostering a more attractive business environment and attracting greater investment. The government's initiative to address public minibus driver shortages has proven successful. 900 foreign worker permits were fully allocated, with over 500 now licensed and working after completing training, while the pass rate for the driving test was 42%, comparable to the local driver average. The minibus industry expresses satisfaction with the foreign workers' performance and requests further permit allocation. The government's 2-month public consultation on the Simple Housing Regulatory Framework concluded last Monday, October 10, having received 452 written submissions, held 35 meetings, and engaged over 540 individuals. The government will carefully review all feedback received. A Kowloon City mother was acquitted on 2 counts of child abuse after a trial in Kowloon City Magistrates' Courts. The court found inconsistencies in the testimony of the domestic helper who claimed to have witnessed the abuse, ultimately concluding there was insufficient evidence to prove child abuse occurred. Hung Chun-yuan, brother of pro-establishment legislator Junius Ho, had his bankruptcy petition adjourned in the High Court until November 11 due to incomplete documentation. The court cited issues with the petition and asset declaration forms. He previously served as a director in at least 20 companies, including the family's Potong Loan and Property Company, resigning from 9 of them last December.